What if writing one single sentence 33 times tonight could help you attract money within the next 24 hours? At first, it might sound too simple, maybe even impossible, but simplicity is often where the most powerful shifts begin. This isn't about luck or random chance, it's about focus and automation. Two forces that, when combined, can completely change the way money flows into your life. Tonight, I want to introduce you to the 33x written word ritual, a practice that programs your subconscious for abundance, and pair it with a financial tool that wealthy people across America already use, the auto transfer hack. Together, they form a system where your inner alignment meets outer action, creating a bridge between your energy and your bank account. Pay attention. That's why I have a simple invitation for you right now. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell to receive every practice and teaching on abundance. Like this video and share it with someone who also needs to connect with the frequency of prosperity. And write in the comments, I choose abundance now. The first part of this ritual is spiritual yet grounded. You choose one sentence that represents the financial reality you want to call in, something simple, clear, and specific, like, I receive unexpected money. Then you write it down 33 times in a notebook. Why 33? Because repetition is a key that unlocks the subconscious mind. When you write the same phrase over and over, you imprint it deeper into your inner programming. Instead of letting old patterns of scarcity dominate your thoughts, you overwrite them with clarity, confidence, and expectation. Your mind begins to shift from doubt to belief, from worry to trust. This is where the energy work happens. But we don't stop at energy. The second part of this method grounds the ritual in the physical world, the auto transfer hack. This is one of the simplest yet smartest financial habits you can create. You set up an automatic transfer from your checking account into a separate account designed only for growth. This could be a high-yield savings account, a brokerage account for ETFs, or even a retirement account like an IRA. The magic is in the automation. Once it's set up, you don't need to think about it. Every week, every month, a portion of your money moves toward your future automatically. It could be $5, $20, or $50. The amount doesn't matter as much as the habit. Wealthy people know this truth. Systems build fortunes, not willpower. So imagine this. Tonight, you sit quietly, take a deep breath, and write your chosen sentence 33 times. As you do, you feel the shift, the old doubts fading, the new reality becoming more vivid. Then, before you sleep, you log into your banking app and set up that automatic transfer. In that moment, you've aligned two worlds, the unseen world of energy and intention, and the tangible world of structure and money flow. You've told your subconscious and your financial system the same thing. I am ready to receive, and I am prepared to grow. This is the power of the 33x written word ritual and the auto transfer hack. It's not magic, it's alignment. When belief meets structure, money flows. When focus meets automation, wealth compounds. And it all begins tonight with a pen, a sentence, and one simple commitment to your future. By the time you finish this ritual, you'll notice something subtle but powerful. A sense of relief, almost like you've finally taken control. Writing your phrase 33 times doesn't just fill a page. It imprints a new identity. You begin to believe, even if just a little more, that money is possible for you, that opportunities can appear, that abundance isn't a fantasy, but a frequency you can tune into. This isn't daydreaming, it's training your subconscious mind to expect wealth instead of scarcity. And when your subconscious expects something, your entire nervous system shifts to support it. You walk differently. You notice chances you might have overlooked. You speak about money with less fear and more confidence. That's the hidden power behind repetition. It changes not only what you think, but how you live. At the same time, the auto transfer hack ensures that you're not just waiting for abundance, you're building it. Every time that small transfer moves into your investment or savings account, you're proving to yourself that you respect money, and money always flows where it's respected. Think of it as planting seeds. One seed looks tiny, almost insignificant. But when planted consistently, a garden grows. In a year, those automatic transfers could become thousands of dollars, without stress, without overthinking, and without the constant battle of discipline. It's wealth creation that happens in the background while you sleep. This pairing the ritual and the hack is what makes it so powerful. One activates your inner world, the other secures your outer world. Too often, people focus on just one side. They either do all the spiritual work without structure, or they focus only on numbers and discipline while ignoring their mindset. Both approaches leave something missing. But when you write your wealth into existence and back it up with an automated system, you create alignment. Energy and action finally agree, and that's when results appear sometimes faster than you can imagine. So here's your invitation. Tonight, take a notebook, write your phrase 33 times, and let it sink deep into your being. Then open your banking app and set a transfer for any amount you can commit to. It doesn't need to be big. What matters is the signal you send, both to your mind and to your money. You're saying, I'm ready for more. I'm building my future. I am abundant. Do this consistently, and you'll start noticing shifts within 24 hours. A forgotten refund, an unexpected gift, a new opportunity. And in the bigger picture, you'll watch your wealth grow steadily, week after week, year after year. That's the promise of the 33x written word ritual plus auto transfer hack. Quick results you can feel now, and lasting prosperity you can rely on forever. Abundance begins with a sentence. Wealth multiplies with a system. Together, they create your new reality. Take Emily from California, for example. She had always struggled with keeping money in her savings. Every time she built a little cushion, an unexpected bill or an impulse purchase seemed to take it away. When she discovered the 33x written word ritual plus auto transfer hack, she decided to give it a try. On her very first night, she sat with her notebook and wrote 33 times, I receive unexpected money. At first, she felt silly, almost like she was wasting time. But by the 20th repetition, something shifted. The words no longer felt like a wish, they felt like a declaration. The next morning, while checking her email, she found a refund notification for an overpaid utility bill. It wasn't a fortune, just $47, but for Emily, it was a sign that the ritual worked. More importantly, she had also set up a $25 weekly auto transfer from her checking account into a high-yield savings account. By the end of the year, without even noticing, she had over $1,200 saved. That combination of belief and automation created both immediate encouragement and long-term growth. Then there's Marcus from Texas. Marcus was a freelance graphic designer who often experienced feast or famine cycles with money. He began using the ritual by writing 33 times. Money flows to me consistently. He paired it with the auto transfer hack, linking his checking account to a brokerage app that allowed him to automatically invest $50 per week into a broad market ETF. The ritual helped him calm the anxiety he felt during slow months because his subconscious started expecting money instead of fearing its absence. The auto investments gave him tangible proof that, even in low-income weeks, he was still building wealth. After 6 months, not only had Marcus noticed new clients reaching out more consistently, but his investment account had grown to nearly $1,300 money he would never have saved without automation. Another powerful story comes from Sarah in New York. A single mom working 2 jobs, she barely had time for herself. But she committed to this practice because she needed a breakthrough. Every night, before bed, she wrote 33 times, I am financially free. She also set up her bank app to auto-transfer just $10 each week into a dedicated account. At first, she thought $10 was pointless. But after a few months, she had more than $200 set aside, a number that gave her hope. Around the same time, she was unexpectedly offered extra hours at her second job, which translated to nearly $300 more per month. Sarah swears that writing those words and aligning them with action shifted her entire energy around money. These aren't stories of winning the lottery, they're stories of alignment. Writing 33 times gives your subconscious a clear, powerful message. I expect money. The auto transfer hack ensures that, no matter what, you're acting on that belief in the real world. For Emily, Marcus, and Sarah, the results came quickly. Sometimes within 24 hours, sometimes over a few months, but always with the same lesson. When your words and actions match, money responds. That's why the 33x written word ritual plus auto transfer hack works. It's not just mystical, it's practical. And when the mystical meets the practical, abundance shows up. Here's how you can apply the 33x written word ritual plus auto transfer hack in your own life, starting tonight. The ritual itself is simple. Choose a phrase that aligns with the money you want to attract, something like, I receive unexpected money. Money flows to me consistently, or I am financially free. Write it out 33 times slowly and with intention. This repetitive writing imprints the idea into your subconscious, shifting the way you see money. But to make this even more powerful, you need to pair it with a practical financial move, setting up an auto transfer system that builds your wealth without effort. In the U.S. this is easier than ever. Most major banks, Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Capital One, allow you to create automatic transfers between accounts. That means you can tell your bank to move $10, $20, or $50 every week from your checking account into a savings account without you ever lifting a finger. Over time, this adds up. For example, $25 a week turns into $1,300 in a year. That's money you wouldn't even notice leaving your checking account, but it creates a foundation of financial security. If you want your money to grow faster, you can use apps like Acorns, Robinhood, or Fidelity. Acorns, for example, lets you round up your daily purchases to the nearest dollar and invest the spare change into diversified portfolios. Imagine buying a coffee for $3.45, and Acorns rounds it up to $4, investing the extra 55 cents. That might sound small, but over weeks and months, it builds real investments. Many users have accumulated thousands of dollars without even noticing. Robinhood and Fidelity allow you to set up recurring investments into ETFs or stocks. Even if you just start with $20 a week, the consistency builds wealth. The secret isn't about how much you start with, it's about clarity and separation. By creating a separate account or card only for investing, you stop mixing your future wealth with your daily spending. Psychologists call this mental accounting. When you physically separate money, your brain treats it differently. Suddenly, that account feels untouchable, like it's reserved for growth, not spending. This clarity alone can change your habits. Here's a practical example. Open a high-yield savings account, HISA, with an online bank like Ally or Marcus by Goldman Sachs. These accounts often pay higher interest than traditional banks. Set up an automatic transfer of $10 to $50 weekly from your main checking account. Now you've got a growing emergency fund or investment seed without thinking about it. If you're ready to go further, link an investing app and automate contributions to a broad market ETF, like the S&P 500. Historically, these investments have delivered strong long-term returns. When you combine this practical hack with the 33x ritual, you're sending a double message. Your subconscious expects money, and your financial system is prepared to grow it. That's the perfect formula. It's no longer just hope, it's strategy. So tonight, write your phrase 33 times with focus and belief. Then, tomorrow, log into your bank or app and set up that auto transfer. Even if it's just $10, it's the seed of a new future. Over weeks, months, and years, this habit will create real financial freedom, while your subconscious keeps attracting new opportunities. Repetition and automation may look like two very different things, one mystical, the other practical, but together they form a powerful bridge between your inner world and your outer reality. Let's start with the mystical side. For centuries, spiritual teachers have taught that words carry vibration. Every time you speak or write something, you're broadcasting energy into the universe. When you write the same phrase 33 times, you're not just scribbling words, you're focusing your intention, aligning your frequency, and programming your subconscious to expect that outcome. Mystics call this imprinting reality through vibration. The number 33 itself has long been associated with mastery and alignment in spiritual traditions. So when you repeat a money affirmation 33 times, you are essentially engraving prosperity into your inner energy field. Now let's look at the science. Neuroscience has proven that repetition rewires the brain through a process called neuroplasticity. Every time you repeat a thought or behavior, you strengthen a neural pathway, making it easier for your brain to believe and act on that idea. If you constantly tell yourself money is scarce, your brain reinforces scarcity. But if you repeat, I receive money easily and consistently, your brain begins to treat that belief as truth, opening you up to noticing opportunities you used to ignore. Psychologists even say that the subconscious doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. That's why athletes use visualization to train their bodies without moving, and why writing affirmations works just as powerfully. But here's the missing link. While energy and subconscious reprogramming are essential, you also need systems that remove human error. That's where automation comes in. Behavioral finance studies show that willpower is unreliable. Most people intend to save or invest, but emotions, temptations, and emergencies always get in the way. However, when you set up auto transfers into savings or investments, you bypass emotion completely. The decision is made once, and the system does the rest. Economists call this pre-commitment. You lock yourself into a good habit before temptation has a chance to sabotage you. Think of it this way. The mystical side, writing affirmations 33x, clears your inner blocks and raises your vibration, while the scientific side, auto transfers, ensures that the outer world responds in a structured, consistent way. One aligns your mind, the other organizes your money. Together, they create what I call the prosperity loop. Your subconscious expects abundance, so you notice opportunities. Your financial system is already prepared to capture and grow that abundance. Each reinforces the other, making wealth flow smoother and faster. For example, if you write 33 times, I attract unexpected money, your brain begins to believe it. The next day, you might notice a side hustle, a cashback offer, or a refund you'd normally ignore. But because you also automated your finances, when that money arrives, it doesn't disappear into random spending. It flows straight into your savings or investments, growing silently in the background. That's when results multiply, not by chance, but by alignment. So whether you believe in mystical vibration or scientific habit, the truth is clear. Both roads lead to the same destination. Repetition reprograms your mind, and automation rewires your financial reality. Combined, they form an unstoppable recipe for wealth. Repetition and automation may look like two very different things, one mystical, the other practical, but together they form a powerful bridge between your inner world and your outer reality. Let's start with the mystical side. For centuries, spiritual teachers have taught that words carry vibration. Every time you speak or write something, you're broadcasting energy into the universe. When you write the same phrase 33 times, you're not just scribbling words, you're focusing your intention, aligning your frequency, and programming your subconscious to expect that outcome. Mystics call this imprinting reality through vibration. The number 33 itself has long been associated with mastery and alignment in spiritual traditions. So when you repeat a money affirmation 33 times, you are essentially engraving prosperity into your inner energy field. Now let's look at the science. Neuroscience has proven that repetition rewires the brain through a process called neuroplasticity. Every time you repeat a thought or behavior, you strengthen a neural pathway, making it easier for your brain to believe and act on that idea. If you constantly tell yourself, money is scarce, your brain reinforces scarcity. But if you repeat, "I receive money easily and consistently," your brain begins to treat that belief as truth, opening you up to noticing opportunities you used to ignore. Psychologists even say that the subconscious doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. That's why athletes use visualization to train their bodies without moving, and why writing affirmations works just as powerfully. But here's the missing link. While energy and subconscious reprogramming are essential, you also need systems that remove human error. That's where automation comes in. Behavioral finance studies show that willpower is unreliable. Most people intend to save or invest, but emotions, temptations, and emergencies always get in the way. However, when you set up auto transfers into savings or investments, you bypass emotion completely. The decision is made once, and the system does the rest. Economists call this pre-commitment. You lock yourself into a good habit before temptation has a chance to sabotage you. Think of it this way. The mystical side, writing affirmations 33x, clears your inner blocks and raises your vibration, while the scientific side, auto transfers, ensures that the outer world responds in a structured, consistent way. One aligns your mind, the other organizes your money. Together, they create what I call the prosperity loop. Your subconscious expects abundance, so you notice opportunities. Your financial system is already prepared to capture and grow that abundance. Each reinforces the other, making wealth flow smoother and faster. For example, if you write 33 times, "I attract unexpected money," your brain begins to believe it. The next day, you might notice a side hustle, a cashback offer, or a refund you'd normally ignore. But because you also automated your finances, when that money arrives, it doesn't disappear into random spending. It flows straight into your savings or investments, growing silently in the background. That's when results multiply, not by chance, but by alignment. So whether you believe in mystical vibration or scientific habit, the truth is clear. Both roads lead to the same destination. Repetition reprograms your mind, and automation rewires your financial reality. Combined, they form an unstoppable recipe for wealth. Now comes the most important part, the activation. This is where your words stop being just ink on paper and start becoming living energy. You've written your phrase 33 times. You've seen it, you've felt it, and you've given it form. But now, it's time to give it voice and vibration. Take your page and hold it in your hands for a moment. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel yourself letting go of doubt, fear, or hesitation. With every inhale, imagine golden energy filling your chest. With every exhale, imagine that energy flowing outward, clearing the space around you. Now, open your eyes, look at the page, and begin to read your affirmation slowly, clearly, and with emotion. For example, if your phrase is, "I receive unexpected money now," don't just read it, declare it. Say it as if it's already true. Feel the gratitude of already holding that money in your hands. Imagine a deposit notification appearing on your phone. See yourself paying a bill with ease, buying something important, or simply feeling the relief and freedom of having more money available. The key is not just repeating words, it's embodying them. After you've spoken the phrase once, repeat it again, but this time put your hand over your heart. Let the vibration travel deeper, as if your body itself is becoming the amplifier of the message. Then, repeat it one more time with a smile on your face. Smiling tells your brain that it's safe, it's real, and it's joyful. These three layers, voice, heart, and smile, anchor the affirmation into your subconscious. Now let's turn it into a community activation. Repeat after me right now. I breathe in abundance and invest in my future. Say it once, feel it. Say it again, louder, stronger. By the third time, notice how the phrase feels less like a wish and more like a fact. That's the power of repetition. It rewires your brain from uncertainty to certainty. Science has proven this. The brain doesn't know the difference between vividly imagined experiences and reality. When you say, "I breathe in abundance and invest in my future," your subconscious takes it as truth. It begins looking for evidence, for opportunities, and for ways to make it real. Mystics have always said the same in a different way. Words are spells. When you speak with intention, you send a command into the universe. So don't just whisper this phrase, own it. Feel it vibrating in your chest, echoing in your mind, and radiating out of you. And then, lock it in by writing it once more in the comments below. I breathe wealth. Every comment becomes another layer of energy, another declaration, another signal to your subconscious and to the universe that you are ready to receive. This is more than a phrase. It's an anchor, a code, a doorway. Say it, feel it, type it, and carry it with you. From tonight forward, let this be the sentence that transforms the way you breathe, the way you think, and the way you attract money. If you're still here with me, it means one thing: you're ready to shift your energy, ready to invite prosperity, ready to stop waiting for someday and start creating today. But here's the truth. Abundance doesn't just respond to thought, it responds to action. And the action you take right now will determine how quickly this ritual works for you. So let's make this real, together. First, hit that like button. It might feel small, but every time you press it, you're telling the algorithm and the universe that you're aligning with abundance, that you're part of a community that believes in wealth, energy, and growth. It's not just engagement, it's a declaration. Yes, I choose prosperity. Second, subscribe. Don't just watch this one video and leave. This channel is designed to become your daily source of abundance. Every ritual, every financial hack, every affirmation here is a seed. And when you keep coming back, those seeds grow into habits, those habits grow into results, and those results change your life. Think of subscribing as planting yourself in a field where prosperity grows faster. You don't want to miss the next practice that could unlock your next breakthrough. And third, this is the most important: write your declaration in the comments. Not tomorrow, not later, now. Type these words. I breathe wealth. Why? Because when you type it, you're not just writing on a screen, you're programming your subconscious. You're anchoring the phrase into your mind with action. And you're joining hundreds, maybe thousands of others who are typing the same words. Imagine that energy. A wave of voices, a chorus of declarations, all aligned with the same frequency of abundance. It multiplies. It accelerates. It amplifies your own results. I want you to picture this. You scroll down and see dozens of comments saying, I breathe wealth. Each one is a spark. And when you add yours, it's like lighting your own flame and adding it to the fire. Together, we create not just a video, not just a practice, but a movement. A community where money flows, opportunities open, and people rise together. And let me be clear, this isn't about me. This is about you, your life, your future, your abundance. The moment you write, I breathe wealth, you're stepping into a new identity. Someone who no longer doubts if money will come, but knows it's already on the way. Someone who isn't afraid to claim prosperity, because you understand, claiming it is what makes it real. So here's your call to action, your final step tonight. Like this video to anchor the energy. Subscribe to stay connected to the flow. Comment, I breathe wealth, to declare it out loud. Because the second you do, the ritual is no longer just something you watched, it becomes something you lived. And that's the difference between wishing for money and attracting it. This is your moment. This is your declaration. This is your wealth.